Late night, Cappy, we got a request. Hey, Cappy, I'm a fairly new viewer of yours, having discovered your work after witnessing Rhinestone's beautiful Going Hiking in Vegas ad. Poor Ryan. Oh, he's a good sport. I'm requesting a video response. Name your price and please keep me anonymous. I'm looking for your input on ideas I have for becoming entrepreneurial in particular. I'm strongly considering starting a company that focuses on a thing. I'd like to tell people what your idea is, but I want people getting your idea. And just a little bit of advice that you didn't ask for. You never tell people your business ideas. Never. You never tell them. Even if not even your buddy, you don't want them telling some. You keep your business ideas to yourself. I'm looking for input on ideas I have for becoming entrepreneurial. In particular, I'm considering this thing, but I'm unsure whether this would be an inherently bad idea or not. And I can't say it would be an online service. That won't nail it down too much. Background. None of this matters. It doesn't matter. I'm a guy in my mid-20s. I live in the UK. I'm debt-free and have no obligations. I've been working in STEM for 3 years, and my salary is modest, about $35,000 US. I could save most of my money since I live at home. What I'm thinking of doing, I do not plan to leave my job in the immediate future, but I'm actively looking for ideas for a product. I know this to take the form of a web online thing, since that way I can leverage my skills. He's in the field to minimize expenses and build from there. To be frank, I like the thing my product would be about, and not just in a consumptive sense, but an intellectual one as well. I've read many books and lurk on many forums on this topic, trying many online services and tools in the process. As a result, I've identified some areas in this industry and community where there is demand for online services, and the existing solutions look like they've been hacked together out of necessity. There's nothing better than what these communities have made. The entrepreneur and nihilist in me is thinking younger generations are more socially isolated than ever. This space is going to grow no matter what. I agree. I could make a good service now, and these people would absolutely use it. The demand is already evident. Monetization for these services like these would probably take the form of sponsorships and advertisements. That said, I have my doubts about whether this is really a viable opportunity or not, and I'm simply gravitating towards this industry because of personal interest. There's nothing wrong with that. I taught dance classes because I thought I'd enjoy it, and I did for a long time. And then I'm not kidding, the fat boomer women got divorced, and then when it's a bunch of 50-year-old fatties in your dance class, it really demoralizes you and it injures you because you're always, of course, they don't bring a partner, but they're jerking like when they pull because they don't know how to stop their own weight. And not kidding, my lower back. Me and a buddy who helped teach dance classes, our lower backs were killing us. But no, that's fine. If you love it, then you're going to do it right, you know? And you already are in this industry or biz, or you're a lurker, or you're definitely within the community. I think the stars are aligning on this one, as long as the cost isn't too high. The demand is already evident. Monetization go through. That said, I have doubts about whether this is really a viable opportunity or not. I'm simply gravitating towards this industry because of personal interest. Additionally, I'm not sure about all the implications of entering this particular industry, societal or otherwise. You can always use a fake name, and you have to put your name on the website. You have to let people know. You tell no one what you're doing. The money just shows up. I think provided that I own it when people ask, I'll be mostly fine. People don't have to ask. See, your name and face does not have to be with the product. It's a digital service. They don't need to know who you are. I'll be mostly fine, but I can't shake the feeling I'm being naive and somehow overlooking a big problem with this. Nope, no one needs to know what you do. And I think a great name to always use is Ryan Stone. When you're about to do something seedy and embarrassing on the internet, I always use the surname Ryan Stone. I claim I'm from Canada. Seems to work out pretty well for me. It also doesn't help that the UK has some laws and other regulations being rapidly adopted across the West are complicating these plans to an extent. Alternatively, I could simply drop this angle and stick to pursuing a variation of your business idea, even if I haven't really found anything yet. I do have an idea for a video game I can make. Nah, that's a lot. I mean, unless you're a programmer, unless you could do the lion's share of work. I could also become a content creator. I mean, yeah, you could. I really should. I wonder if I should do. Chad wants to do a course on how to stop being autistic or Aspergery, if that's even a word, at work or in your profession. And then other people have wanted me to do how to become a content creator because there is a method or a science to the madness. But the reason you could try your hand at that is because it doesn't cost you anything. Or I could look towards the automotive industry as my work relates to this, and I have friends in that industry who could probably help identify solvable problems. Let's just start with this one, the one you got. I appreciate any input you have. I said, well, what's the business idea? And then you explain it. And you send me links to the communities that you're in, and I can understand when you're in. And some people are already kind of monetizing it, but it's not unified. This is where I could come in. So you become a centralized depot. You become the place to go. And I don't want to give away your idea. So I don't have the IT and online programming and computer skills that you do. I'm also not familiar with this world and the community of the links you sent me to. However, having started Asshole Consulting and being a content creator myself, there are effectively no startup costs. Yeah, you got to get a $200 microphone, maybe, or $200 camera, maybe a $300 microphone. It would seem to me, until you start scaling and you need server space to offer your product, like let's say your client base booms, that's about the only limit. But if you already got people paying, you could just buy more servers, right? To provide more product, provide more bandwidth. I gotta imagine if you put together whatever, the website, the service, the central location, how much is that really going to cost you? Is that going to cost a lot? You go get the domain name. I don't know what programming's got to go in there. I don't know what hardware you need to back it up with. But in other words, it's not going to cost you a lot of money to see if this is going to be profitable or not. How much would it cost you to get a functioning product off the ground to see if there's demand? And I'm going to bet you save money, right? I don't know, but man, I got to imagine it's less than $5,000. I got to imagine most of it's just going to be your time, probably even under $1,000. And this is what I always say about every business adventure or venture is there's usually a way to test it on the cheap to see if it's going to be profitable. There's usually a critical path, a critical functionality of a critical product that if you test that, then it's going to work. And usually testing that one thing or testing other critical things to see if they will work or fail. In other words, find out what critically needs to happen. The 5 critical things need to happen. Test all 5. And your goal is to find a reason that it fails, that it doesn't work. So instead of launching a full-blown product, there should be a way for you to test your product to see if 1 sells, 2 if you can deliver it, 3 any other complications, 4 whatever critical pipeline issues might be involved in this. That's what I would test and find out. With the content creator thing, yeah, fine, go ahead, do it. I don't know. Follow Raymond Thoughts and Minds. Like, do a bunch of content. I probably wouldn't show your face though, because it sounds like you have a real profession and a real job. Again, Ryan Stone, and you're from Canada. Say the craziest things on the internet. But I would run with your idea now. Sit down, think what are the choke points, what are the main things you need to stress test, figure out, make sure they work. Try them one at a time. Try the ones you think are going to fail first, because then you save yourself the time. And if one of the 5 critical things fails, then you know it wasn't going to work. The last thing you want to do is be one of these AI dipshits who like, I need to raise $18 trillion to build the data centers. Oh, none of them got approved, or only half of them got approved, but we needed all of them. But we're still going to go get stupid venture capital money and investor money to give us money. So I think you should be able to figure out whether it would work or not, to what extent. Let's say it does work, to whether or not that generates a living income is another issue. But yeah, what limited information I know about your product and the realm of the internet's world, that should be pretty easy to try. And it shouldn't break the bank. Then I'd go and look at other things like, here, I'll tell you this. You want to know what the best way to make the best business, the best, what's the best business idea? Is just go work a second job, because most business ideas fail. The best business idea is just go work a second job. That's it. But I'm all for people becoming content creators, because it's not going to cost you anything but time. So there you go. What does Rob say?
1 hour of time, $200. Best money I ever spent. But I brought all the receipts and all the documentation, all the shit. I brought everything. And he was impressed. He was like, oh, wow, good job.
Yeah, I think Rob is on board too. Hat and clocks, $5. Please use your Jabba the Fat voice. Hookie walkie, hold on, Solo. Should I use my EBT, Medicaid, or Medicare to buy my next chicken tendies? Tee hee hee ho ho ho. Tee hee hee ho ho ho. Oh, Hat, now come on. Jabba wasn't as fat as some of these gals that are on EBT. You know that. That's an insult to Jabba. Okay? Plus, he was a private sector man. He actually contributed to the local economy. Admittedly, it was the underground economy. It was the black market, but he employed people. He made a lot of people rich. Diet Coke! All right. Hey, Plains is in the house. All right. We got everybody flipping. All the guys. And that's it. All right. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.